All right, what's up? This is the Godfo universe. We want to take just a quick moment to do a little house cleaning here, show our campaign, and then we'll bring in our guests and have a good talk tonight. But we have Volume 2 of Apollyon 20XX. Our first volume was Live Not by Lies. This volume is called Lest We Forget. Dan, we got the campaign that we can pop up there for people to see.
Oh, yeah.
All right, so this is going to be another fairly thick graphic novel, not quite as big as Volume 1, but this is it's 100 pages, black and white. Picks up right where Volume 1 left off, which if you haven't read Volume 1, we have a catch-up tier. So you can dive in and get both books and be caught up. And in Volume 2, we're getting a much more character-focused, tighter storyline here, following our augments, who are like the Marvel mutant of our universe. They've been experimented on. They're young people who have been experimented on by an evil elite order that pull the strings behind the world. They've all gotten kind of separated, and they're dealing with a new villain called Switchblade. And it's a very tense. We took a lot of inspiration from John Carpenter's The Thing for the tone of large portions of this one. So if you're into that, into body horror, into that kind of paranoia, you'll like this book. There's some really big action. We're introducing a new character called the Blitz Beast. You may have seen some of the art for that on our socials. That character is getting introduced in this volume, and then later on, hopefully next year, maybe we'll be doing individual issues of a spinoff with that character. But this is a very important next chapter in our story. So if you haven't backed it yet, we'll have the Kickstarter links in the chat and in our, I guess, in the show notes as well. So go to Kickstarter. There we go. Kickstarter, Apollyon 20XX Volume 2, which should be pretty easy to find. We're also up on Indiegogo and on Fund My Comic. And that's probably enough of the business. Dan, what do you want to... You need to hit anything else, or we want to go ahead and pull in Apex?
I'll say 100 pages for $15, and you can get the catch-up tier, digital tier. You can get
and the mustard tier and the relish.
$20 for the digital universe tier, which is like 400 pages. $35 for the Apollyon 20XX catch-up tier, physical tier, and then $50 for the entire universe catch-up bundle right here.
Yeah, it's the best deal you're going to find, guys. It's a lot of content. It's stuff we're very passionate about. We're very proud of it. Can't wait for everyone to see it.
Oh, yeah. All right, let's bring in our guests. Welcome.
Hey.
What's up, Brett?
What's up, guy? Good to see you.
You too, man.
Oh, hello. Godful Universe. Universe.
So what you been up to, man?
Busy.
How was Thanksgiving? Were you grateful?
I was very grateful, yes. That was, yeah. Lots of good pies to eat. Lots of good treats. Brisket, ham.
Lots of good heartburn.
Not really.
No, boy, did I have it.
Not really. Did you really?
He's not as fat as I am, Dan.
Yeah, there's that.
Oh, man. Now it's coming to Christmas. Now we'll all have a Christmas feast.
Oh, yeah.
Feast of the Beast.
We'll have multiple. I've already had like 3 Christmas get-together dinners.
Oh, that's awesome.
Yeah. It's been a busy few weeks.
Nice, man.
But it's been a fast year, man. So what we got here?
We got Fembat Volume 1, my very first campaign.
I
think this is my 11th book.
Nice.
I've been doing this stuff since 1996, off and on, a few years
Very
apart.
cool.
Yeah. And, she is a go-go dancer from 1968. Olivia Del Rey. She gets bit by a tall, dark first.
It's awesome seeing that you're already funded, man.
Experiencing some changes. I could a lot more to make as I go. But She she needs help maintaining her Christian roots, so she doesn't. She is crazy. Tries not to kill anyone. But instead, decided to do uh, another sin of stealing blood from snakes to keep her alive.
Very cool. That's awesome. So you're at 105% raised in a month. That's dope, dude.
Yeah, good job.
156 days to go. That's what's up, man. That's how it's done.
I think we lost him for a second.
Yeah. Well, I wasn't hearing you very well. It was going in and out. I don't know if it was like that on your end or not.
It was.
Okay. I'm like, I could just be crazy and deaf.
Well, you are both of those things.
I am. Well, while we're hopefully going to get Apex back, it's pretty cool. So 23 backers, 1,053 bucks. That's in a month. That's a really good start. I kept hearing little bits of like bitten by a vampire, stuff like that. And I'm assuming most of the book, it looks like, is the book black and white, or are these just some work in progress pages?
I'm not sure. It looks, I guess, from here that the book is black and white.
Okay.
Let's see. 25 bucks plus shipping. Get different covers you to choose from.
All right, cool. Well, it definitely has. It's got a little bit of that like Tomb of Dracula vibe from like the old. They used to have. They had the Dracula Marvel comics, but then they also did Tomb of Dracula magazine sized. They were black and white, like the Conan, like Savage Sword of Conan and stuff. I remember they used to have like Vampirilla books like that and Dracula books like that. And that's what this reminds me of.
Yeah, this is cool. This wall right here, this hallway.
Yeah, I like that effect. And then we get I think it's in a library with lots of books on the shelves and stuff. That's pretty cool.
Grimoires and such.
Grimoires. Grimoires.
I've never understood the difference between a tome and a grimoire.
A grimoire.
Grimoire.
She got bitten by a radioactive Dolly Parton.
That would be cool.
Gains a southern accent.
He's done really well with some of these upper tiers like this.
Yeah, so what's in the $125 everything tier? What do you get from that?
A copy of the main wraparound cover, a copy of the variant cover, a copy of the blank sketch cover. So 3 different covers.
Nice.
Limited edition bookmark, 2 prints.
Fold out poster.
One folder. One poster, a bonus mystery ash can, a mini comic.
Okay, cool.
That's a pretty cool deal.
Yeah, that is a good deal. $300. Some of the original art looks like.
Yeah. 50 pages of original black and white and that art available. All of them 75 Bristol board. Yeah, that's cool.
Bristol board. Yeah, that's cool, man.
What is Bristol board? Is that like thicker or something?
Yeah, it's like a cardstock kind of, and it takes a lot of different like media well, so like you can do mixed media on it. I use it some too, like if I like because you can pencil it in, ink on that board, do watercolor, do markers, and it doesn't bleed through. Like it'll stay flat and doesn't bleed through. So yeah, Bristol board's dope. I got a pretty big pad of it around here somewhere.
You ain't got no big pad nowhere.
Never once. You want to reach out to him and see what happened?
Yeah, I just texted him.
All right, cool.
Olivia Del Rey was a young go-go dancer living in Seattle in 1968. This sounds like your biography, Josh. One night at her dance club where she works, a tall, dark, and mysterious stranger offered her wine on her break and seduced her. She discovered her vampiric change the next day, unable to soak in the sun's rays, see her reflection in the mirror, and attending Catholic Mass upsets her. I mean, me too. And vows to kill the one who bit her. Protagonist Olivia Del Rey took 50 years of adventures in searching for the menace who violated her life, and she made friends along the way. Okay. So you got a whole ensemble here. Professor.
Yeah, that's cool. Bat Demons, Baxter.
Oh, that's cool, Baxter. Yeah, these are the antagonists, the bad guys. The Death Dealer. He's the overlord of the Bat Demons, and then Bat's first enemy, Baxter. Vampire who tried to carry off a young woman from the dance floor but was thwarted by Sinbad. 56 pages. He's got some stretch goals here. You know, we never do stretch goals. Probably
Yeah.
because we can't stretch.
We're not that flexible.
Bookmark.
I'm definitely not opposed to them.
Oh, this is cool. This looks
Yeah,
like
that one looks nice.
some old school. What am I thinking of? Like pulp kind of thing.
Yeah,
like
yeah.
Barbarella,
Yeah, that's nice.
Vampirella.
Well painted. Very cool.
Yeah.
All right. Yeah. He's got a good contain. All right, he says he's back.
All right, let me in.
I am back.
There you are, man.
Hi.
There he is. What's up, man?
My damn internet. I don't know what's going on with StreamYard. It's just weird.
We haven't been talking crap about you at all.
No, that's fine.
The gerbil stopped running on the wheel outside.
Damn gerbils, they're not going fast enough to get the internet working. Damn it.
He had to put his wife on the
Yeah.
On the wheel.
Fred Master.
Get on a transmaster, damn it. You lose a few pounds. Eating that pudding all the time on the couch.
Man, eating pudding on the couch is the best. That is the highest aspiration of life, is to be eating pudding on the couch.
There you go. I have a trailer to show you guys.
Oh, sweet.
Yeah.
Hard time getting on the Fund My Comic platform, but yet I will work on that and see if I can. But in the meantime, I'm going to share my screen and go into my
Sure.
X account and we'll fetch it over there. You know.
That'll work.
Good, man.
Yeah, it works pretty well on a few of the other streams, so we'll do it on this stream as well.
Dope.
And yes, here we go. And share it, hit it.
There we go.
Yeah.
Start up. Yeah,
Nice, dude.
Thank
The
you.
music kicked in and immediately I was like Austin Powers. Yeah, baby.
Yeah, baby.
Where'd you get the music?
Behave. Very
Good
cool, man.
stuff.
So I was telling Dan, like, while you were dying, it reminds me, because the book's black and white, right?
Mhm.
Yeah, it is black and white.
All right, so it reminds me of like the old like Tomb of Dracula. Marvel used to have the regular comic, but then they do the black and white magazine
I
that
love
were kind of
those.
like Conan the Barbarian, those kind of things.
Yes.
And this reminds me of a lot of like the Vampirella and like Tomb of Dracula, some of those older black and white like
Yeah.
Marvel mags, so to
Oh,
speak.
yeah. This
I
is
don't know.
one of them. This
Yeah.
is in 2024. We're coming back to that horror black and white feel, the
Yeah,
dynamic
that's really cool, man.
horror. Yeah, I love it.
So, biggest like inspirations behind this? What made you want to do? Is this a new character for you, or is this a character you've had been developing for some time?
I created this character back in 1998. I wanted to. I don't know what inspired me to do it. I decided, well, I need a different female character. I started self-publishing around 96 with the Executor Femme Fatale flip book. I have it right here. I only printed like less than 50 copies of this.
Okay, cool.
Yeah. And Well, I got Femme Fatale. I got 3 superhero women in one team. I got Executor. He's a cross between Moon Knight and Punisher. And so this is Executor. This is Femme Fatale right here. Hey. And so I said, well, why not? I want to delve into a little bit of a horror theme, but yet have a superhero. Vampires. Well, there's like male vampires. There's not too many, female vampire characters who are heroic. I'm thinking, okay, sure, there's Vampirella. And this one, how about Fembat? That's kind of cool because she flies around and stuff and beats up bad guys and monsters.
With her gigantic boobs.
Yes, the armored, gold armored, bulletproof tatas, indeed.
Nice.
She's going to display more of those and attack on the second issue, of course. But get through the first one, and I said, well, I want this to look a bit like a Hammer film from the late '60s in comic book form. Have some go. I started her out as a streetwalker. I went, nah, I don't think that's gonna work. I want a little more audience, and I don't want her to be a hoe or anything. So she's a go-go dancer from the '60s. I'm like, cool, that'll work. A little more innocent. And so a go-go dancer, 1968, 24 years old, dancing in a club. She gets bit by the vampire, and everything else just kind of falls to the wayside. Ongoing search for this other vampire that bit her. Wants to regain her humanity again, and all kinds of adventures in between. And she wears that cool, hot, sexy fembat suit, and does her thing.
Okay, cool.
Sounds like me on a Friday.
Hey, isn't it though? Yeah.
All right, man. Very cool, dude.
Yeah.
So what have you got in mind as far as like this funds? It's already funded, but it's going in, I guess, into stretch goals and stuff.
Yes. We want to get to our magnet. We want to get to the 4-inch fembat magnet. It's going to be really cool looking at on your refrigerator, wherever you want to stick it to.
Very cool.
Decide on that one. And at first I was going to get a sticker sheet together. I looked at the prices. I'm like, wow, that's kind of expensive.
Dude, yeah, they can be.
Yeah.
They can be. All that stuff it adds up pretty quick.
It does. So I'm thinking, magnet would look really sharp. But even better, if we get between 2,500 and we could get up to maybe 5K later on, we could get that Dan Lawless trading card, so all backers could get that trading card and they get the magnet. And of course, right now everyone has that nice, beautiful, giant bookmark, the Fembat bookmark, right there, along with your purchase.
It's always fun to be able to give people a little extra something, something that they're not going to get, like if they come to the signing, or if they come, it's cool to have people feel like they get a part of it. We saw you got some of the original art, like Bristol board pages are available as well. So that seems to be going well for you.
Yeah. Well, yeah. $300, you buy an original page, you get a free copy of Fembat Volume 1 main wraparound cover.
Very cool.
It's a good deal. Get a comic with
that's the fun
art.
up here.
Yeah.
Yeah. Very cool, man. Well, what's next for I keep wanting to say Fembat. What's next for Fembat?
Fembat versus Fembots. I probably make that happen. Huh? No, the second issue is going to have magic and werewolves.
Oh, fun.
Dive into that. So I have some more fun with Fembat. I'm going to go into another comic book that I created called The Creep. He's 100 feet of pink perversion. Is
he in Congress?
No, unfortunately not. He's just some kid who moved into a big city, got kidnapped by a bunch of maniacal scientists, and they gave him a serum. And somehow his inner abilities shined out. He was bullied pretty much most of his life, and his frustrations came out into a giant 100-foot pink monster. He licks beautiful women like charm pops.
How many licks does it take to get to the center?
Oh yeah, we'll
To the
find out.
Tootsie Roll center of the Tootsie
The
Pop.
Tootsie Roll, baby. Yeah.
Jeez.
He
That's
also
cool, man.
loves to eat taco trucks,
I
inside.
mean, so do I.
Yeah, and so just he's a a creature based on the super id.
Yeah,
What if you're
that's true.
100 feet tall? What would you do? You would conquer. You'd lick beautiful women. You'd eat some tacos out of taco trucks, and maybe rob a few banks or something. Grab just cause all kinds of wildness.
All right, fair enough.
10 feet tall and bulletproof.
Yeah,
Just
100
like my
feet of
grandpa.
version. That creep. Yeah.
Very cool.
I got several IPs. I would like to do the third installment of Executor Femme Fatale, but I only reached 2 issues of it. I like to, since I did that back in '96, I was wondering if I get busy enough, I could put it out around late 2026, make it the 30th anniversary.
Very
Oh,
cool.
that's cool.
Yeah.
And it's all a
That's
shared
in plans.
universe.
Yeah, all the Apex Comics universe. I have a World War II character, Madam X, super agent of 1,000 faces, assigned to kill Adolf Hitler. That's in my trading card comics. That's under the Apex Comics Golden Age. I got some over there and stuff. I might have to crowdfund that, maybe on the next campaign. Throw it in during a campaign of something I'm doing. And I like to throw different titles, different things. Like for example, the Enforcer Inc. book, that's $7, a mini comic. That's one of my creations I did back in like the early '80s, or even before that, like the mid '70s, and I kind of stirred around with that idea.
There it
Well,
is.
let's talk shop a little bit here. Like,
Yeah.
what has been like for you? What has been the best avenue for building your platform, getting those return customers that know, oh, there's a new Apex book coming out, and we want to be involved. Like, what have you found that's been like the best way to connect with people and get them invested in your world here?
I'm thinking YouTube. That's probably
Okay.
the best one. It's like TV, but everyone watches something. Everyone watches YouTube. It's a big audience. It's an even bigger audience than cable. It's
That's true.
cable's ass right now.
It has been for a while.
A long time, yeah. I had cut my cable. I don't need cable anymore.
I haven't had cable or satellite like in a long time. I do everything's
Yeah.
streaming now.
Streaming, everything's entertainment on here right now.
Yeah. Okay, cool.
Yeah. Well, I guess Instagram kind of helps. The Twitter is good for communication.
Good for fighting people.
Yeah. Well, besides that, you're like, here's the link to the to the stream, and it's easy. It's like, oh, here's my message from X Twitter.
Yeah.
Click it, and here I am.
Very cool.
Yeah. I barely even use Facebook. I have an account there, but I still have it just so I have family on Facebook. And
That's kind of where a lot of my stuff is just my immediate friends and family I keep up with. But yeah, Instagram and Twitter probably I engage with a lot more.
Yes.
Than I do Facebook.
Right. Display your art on Instagram, people would see it, and then on Twitter, and you find it on Facebook, and
Right.
et cetera, et cetera. I have an art page on my Facebook, Brett Cantrell Art. That's art. I need to put this campaign on there. I've been ignoring it. I need to
Facebook
show that out. Yeah. Gotta show it out.
Yeah, everywhere you can drop it. You want to be obnoxiously in everyone's face.
Yes, I need to. Yes,
Yeah.
they need to see this.
Well, we'll make sure
all the time.
We'll make sure that we get this episode out, let people know that it's out here, and hopefully get some more eyes on this campaign for sure.
Absolutely.
Yeah, man.
I was thinking about those theater advertising you see before a movie.
Mm-hmm.
I was thinking, is there a way I can maybe put like a digital link that'll show a Fembat video, maybe adds a little more detail to the video where people can find it and stuff.
I'm not sure how much it costs. I know that most local, like small theaters, will like let you rent ad space. I don't know what it would cost. And I'm sure that would be kind of arbitrary to whatever theater.
Right.
But I know a lot of theaters do that.
Yeah.
Just have it throw up a QR code or something for the campaign, and people
Yeah,
can
so
just
it on screen, and everyone their phone go, oh, there it is. They
Yep.
copy it off. That's just an idea I had. I'm like,
Yeah, that's not a bad idea at all. It just depending on you just got to weigh out how much does it cost versus what
Yeah.
what's the return for it.
Is it worth it? Yeah, exactly. Maybe along the line in the future, I'll probably do something like that. Get people exposed to comics again. You don't see comic book ads on TV or hardly on radio too.
Yeah, it's disappeared a lot. And it used to be a lot more. You used to have the spinner racks in just about any store you went in, the gas station, the Walmart, everywhere had a comic rack, and that's not the case anymore.
I wish we need to bring those back somehow.
I want to eventually. If I can come across an old spinner rack somewhere, I'll buy it, and I'm gonna put all our books on it when we have cons and stuff.
Exactly.
Just for the nostalgia.
People love it.
I think DC is putting comics on spinner racks in like Dollar General now. They say,
oh, really? That's dope,
that.
actually.
That'll work,
That's a great idea.
I mean, it's a simple concept, and it can be. And I'm glad they're doing it.
God, I spent so much time as a kid looking at those racks, just
I love them.
Man, digging for the new issue that I missed of whatever book.
Yeah, what's the next Fantastic Four Spider-Man coming out? Where's Yeah.
I need to know what happened to Doom.
I know. Reprints of Tales of Suspense or Tales to Astonish with Submariner and Hulk. And
yeah, dude. That's what's up.
Loving it. Yeah.
Like what else is there,
Right.
Oh, yeah, right. I mean, I see these other magazines on the grocery store racks. People magazine, Better Homes and Gardens. I'm like, why is there not a damn comic book or some kind of Wizard style magazine?
Dude, I miss Wizard so much.
Yeah, Wizard was cool.
It's crazy because I had to go to the grocery store today. It broke my heart. It was very, very hurtful to me to have to pay that much for groceries. But I was checking out at the Food Lion, and there's the rack of magazines, and I'm sitting there thinking, I can't remember the last time I saw someone buy a magazine or even look at the magazine. Dude, how do they still stay in business? I never see people buy magazines ever.
Yeah, I mean,
how do they keep alive?
Yeah, some of these special editions would come out, like Wizard of Oz or or whatever.
Yeah, whatever movie or holiday.
$14.99. I'm like, okay, well, I mean, that's a bit pricey, I know, but it better have enough pages to enjoy.
Yeah, it's just weird.
Yeah, you could easily put a black and white old Marvel style horror magazine for $6.99. I've seen some at these different newsstand bookstores, was it Barnes and Noble or those stores? They still have stuff like that out there, which is really cool. They're various prices. You could probably do a quarterly comic every 4 times a year, maybe an anthology or something that's somewhat thick. Charge maybe $7.99.
Yeah, dude. I feel like the biggest thing would be if you can get the new generation of readers to experience that, and nostalgia sells to them. Look at something like Stranger Things. The kids that love Stranger Things didn't grow up in the 80s, but they have a nostalgia for a time that they didn't even experience. If you could tap into that and get people to realize, get that same feeling that's what Dan and I with our books. We want somebody to pick up our book and feel the same way that we felt the first time we read Weapon X, or the first time I read Kingdom Come, or just I want a kid to pick that book up and feel something like I did back in the day, and realize this is something so cool, and not everybody already knows about it. It's not already plastered all over everything. It's not already merchandised to hell and back, and actually have something that feels really cool.
Absolutely. Then we need to bring back the cool again and the newsstands. There's not enough excitement in the newsstands. I know people see it as they go to the grocery store, and it's blah this, blah that. And, there's not enough punch to it. So if we could bring comics back somewhere in the grocery stores and the aisles where you see the National Enquirers and the People magazines.
Yeah.
Why the hell not?
Yeah, it's kind of a shame that comics only exist, and I love my local comic store, and we love comic stores, but like it's a shame that comics kind of live in the long box now in those stores, and they're not ubiquitous anymore.
Yeah, we have to change that, guys. Bit by people, by person by person.
Yeah,
Yeah, especially
well,
the kids. They're the
when I
future.
when I go to a store, local comic store, I'm almost always looking through the long boxes instead of
Yeah,
the shelf. You know.
I do too. You see someone on the shelves, I'm like, that's too woke for me. I can't read that. This looks dumb. I'll look at the another one. There's too much bisexual colors in this one. It's too pink, too purple. What the hell are they doing? And then
the only thing I've picked up this whole like past year, the only thing I've regularly picked up I got all 6 issues of Rook Exodus.
Okay.
That Fabok put out, and that was really good. Like I really like that, but that's pretty much the only thing I've picked up this whole year.
Road to Exodus, Jason Fabok.
Yep, it's really good. Rook Exodus. It's really interesting. Great art. Had a cool concept. You could tell it was something that he was like really passionate about doing. But
cool.
Like it's the only book I've gotten all the issues of. I picked up the first issue of Absolute Batman. I picked up the first 2, Absolute Wonder Woman, and it's fine. It's not my favorite by any means. Like I'm probably not going to pick up the rest of them.
No, I didn't care for Absolute Batman.
So I guess you're sold on Road Exodus.
Rook. It's ROOK. Rook Exodus. It's really good. It's like the Earth has been abandoned, and they found a new Earth, and they send these guys down to terraform it, and they each of them have a helmet that allows them to communicate and control a different species of animals and use them to help with that process. And then they abandon everything, and the guys that are still left there on that planet. It's really good. It's unique, and the artwork is absolutely phenomenal.
Oh my gosh!
Yeah, it's really good. It's only 6 issues. They are going to continue it with another run next year, but like for me, that's the only book I've cared about this year.
That sounds awesome.
That's a shame. It's really dope. Like if you haven't read it, check it out. But it's the only thing I've read this year that I liked.
I'm over, dude, going to my comic book stores. I've got 2 that I go to in town.
I gotcha.
Yeah, there's Star Comics, and there's let's see. Monsters Lair. That's another name.
It's a cool name for a store.
Monsters Lair. From those Kirby monsters, I guess that's how the owner was thinking about.
Fin Fang Foom.
Yeah, I think that was on his business card. That's a monster like Fin Fang Foom on it. It was pretty cool.
You should sell your books there, man.
Yeah, I am. Once I'm get everything all delivered to the backers, I'll approach that and probably shrink some of the issues down, make it into floppies.
There you go.
And go from there. Yeah.
Very cool, man.
Yeah, I love it. It's let's see. What else I was going to talk about? I don't know. Anyway, I'm going to redraw the first page of Fanbat. I'm not really happy about it. I'm going to style it up, jazz it up a bit, add a nice inset type character type panel along with the image inside that panel, and kind of bring it out a little more cinematic.
Nice.
It needs more touch up on it.
It's always good to give it one last polish before it goes out to the printers.
Exactly.
It's that little bit of just looking back at it and saying, yeah, it needs just a little bit more salt. It needs to cook a little bit longer. That takes it over the top and makes it the best it can be. So that's awesome that you're taking the time to do that. If the people give us their money, they deserve to get the best thing we can give them.
I agree, man.
And they deserve to get it on time, and they deserve to have what they actually paid for.
Yeah, right. I work traditionally, just pen to paper. Everything's all paper. Nothing computer or anything like that, except maybe scanning if I have to.
I got you.
I write it out longhand, and I pencil it, I ink it, I hand letter it, and color some of the stuff in there by markers.
That's dope, man.
Yeah. So you do it by digital mainly, or?
Mostly, I will still like pencil sometimes, like particularly if I have a specific scene that I've got in my head, and I get inspired while I'm not where my in my office where my stuff is. I will maybe pencil it all out,
Yeah.
just the basic idea. But most of my work I do digital now, just because it's so quick. So I'll start a layer that that is my looser penciled layer. I call it my pencil layer, but it's lighter. I'll use like blue or red or something, and just do my quick sketch. Then I go back and ink. Then I go back and do all my shading. And then if it's depending on the book, I go back and do my colors, and then I'll do my lettering. And it's all the same processes, all the same layers of things. It's easier and quicker for me to do it on my tablet now, and it feels the same as paper to me. So
good. Okay.
What about those forearms, Josh?
What about it, Dan?
Some guy online said there was something wrong with it.
He said that my foreshortening wasn't perfect.
What is? I mean, you can only do so much in an amount of time, and not everything's gonna be perfect,
I mean, I used a photo reference, so whatever.
Yeah, photo reference. That's right.
Maybe his eyes aren't perfect.
Yeah. There's certain ways you can see it. If you see a photograph and you draw it, the photograph, sometimes like some certain body parts look so odd on the paper. Like, what the hell happened? Well, I got it from the photograph. And sometimes
I mean, it's called perspective. It's weird.
Yeah, perspective is right.
It's weird.
Right, so this book is what, 56 pages, you said?
Yeah, 56 pages. Well, with the cover, it'll be 60 pages.
Right. Yeah. Once it goes to print, all the inside cover, back inside cover, like it adds a lot.
It's a pretty hefty book for indie comics, man.
Yeah, that's dope, man.
Thank you.
People getting their money's worth out of it. That's good.
Yes, that's important.
And it seems like you got a self-contained story that finishes, and then the next volume will be a different story, which is also good.
Oh yes, yeah. It'll end pretty much really on a good note, on a more of the reader wanting more.
Yeah, and that's kind of where we left our first volume, and it's also where we leave this one. Like we set up an arc, we finish it, but it's always leading into something else. But we don't ever want people to read it and say, "Oh man, this just ends." It doesn't it doesn't take me anywhere. Like it just kind of cut off abruptly. Like we want it to feel like a complete story, and then it's leading into a different complete story. So no, I respect that.
Yeah, very cool. So, geez, 100 pages. How long did it take you to do something like that on 100 pages? Wow.
I started volume 2 a little bit before I finished Kolga.
Okay.
So probably March. I started working on it in July, maybe.
Of
July or August of this year.
Oh, really?
Yeah, I work fast.
Shit, that is fast.
Yeah.
That took me a long time.
Kolga was 100 pages too. I started Kolga back in December of last year, had it ready to roll by summer, by July or whatever. We were pretty much done with Kolga apart from the last little bits, and then I started this. And yeah, I'm a workhorse. Dan whips me.
I'll be
do you lock yourself in a room with no distractions? You just go.
Pretty much, man. Pretty much. Like I get home, and there's about an hour or so before my wife gets home, and I'll get a lot done. And then when she goes to bed, I stay up for a few hours. I'll get 4 or 5 pages done a day.
Put on a Rush record.
Good, man.
No, I can't listen to music while I'm drawing, man. I get too into it.
I have to have a little bit of quiet too.
Yeah, I can't. If I'm too ADD, man. I have to I can't have any distractions.
Yeah.
Dan knows this. He and I play Magic the Gathering, and if there's another person in the room, particularly our wives, talking, my brain just goes to buffering, and I just I just stall. I can't do anything. I'm not functional at all. as a human being. But no, if I can lock in and like have a few hours that I'm not distracted and all I have to do is draw, man, I can knock some pages out, brother.
That's awesome.
Oh yeah. Well, man, did you ever find Rex the other night?
Yeah, he's probably, I don't know. I don't know. I mean, he normally comes on my show as co-host, but I guess this time it's like, oh well.
He's like, I don't care. I don't like Brett.
I don't like him. Like, whatever.
I just hoping he was all right.
He's fine. He live streamed today, so yeah, that's good.
He's still alive.
He's still around. He's kicking.
Well, thanks for coming on, man. I
Thank you.
want to give another shout out to this, guys. If you haven't backed this, of course, go ahead and do it. First of all, support Brett, and second, support Fund My Comic. It's a really cool platform. I think I've had good work with it so far.
Yeah, I've been happy with it so far, and it's been easy to get involved with. So
this man's getting you 56 pages and entire other books for like really good deals here. Like I think some people sell like 20 pages for like $35 or something.
Yeah, dude. This is good stuff, man. And it's classic. It's it's old school. It's hand drawn. It's real deal stuff. So if that speaks to your heart, you need to go check out Fembat.
Yeah, and the first stretch goal's already been met, so you're already getting something free.
Yeah, I mean, like, there's no reason not to back this at this point.
Yeah.
Especially if you like vampires and boobs.
You know it. Plenty of them. I tell you.
If you ever thought that Dolly Parton should be more goth,
there she is.
I have thought that.
If only she was more goth.
Pick up our book, Apollyon 20XX. Lest we forget, this is volume 2 of our Apollyon 20XX series. You can pick this one up for $15 physical or $10 digital, and we have a catch-up tier. We have digital and physical catch-up tier for pretty good prices. Brett, thanks for coming on, man.
It's always nice talking to you, man.
Thank you.
If we don't see you before, have a great Christmas, dude.
You too.
Yeah, have a good night, man.
Have a good night. Peace out.
Well, end it. Fun.